Hello and welcome to the Blue Shadow Podcast. My name is Joey.
I am Dan, and welcome back to our third installment of our Star Wars blind rankings.
Woohoo!
So, if you're new to the show or unfamiliar with how this works, Joey and I came up with a list of 10 Star Wars characters across all forms of medium, sequels, prequels, original trilogy, shows, anything is fair game. And the idea is that we will each read off these characters in no particular order, and the other has to rank them without knowing who's coming next. So a little quick example of that was ranking salad dressings, and I don't know if you're a big ranch fan, put it at 1, but there's one that could be better. Really bad example, but that's the gist.
You really pulled that one out there, didn't you? I like it.
Not even pulled it. I attempted to. I got it
It was good. Ranch is good.
I tried to pull a rabbit out of a hat, and I think I pulled a brick.
That's okay. We like it.
It's okay. So I'm just gonna jump right into it.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? I'll start off easy. Really, really easy,
okay.
In my opinion. Kit Fisto.
Five?
Yeah, that's...
He's a very... I really like the character. He's among my favorite prequel Jedi that aren't like main characters. Yeah. He's always smiling, but there's definitely room for characters to be placed above him on my list.
I agree. There's also room for characters to be placed below.
That is true. Go ahead.
Just gonna again give another real, I think, ease you into it. Jyn Erso.
7?
Okay. See, this one isn't too bad, is it?
Not yet.
Why do you assume it's going to be bad? It's not going to be bad.
I don't trust you.
I was too rude last time. I acknowledge that. So this one's more fair.
Okay, let's see. For reference, Dan tried to use my love of Star Wars Rebels against me.
I don't think
in the context of a Bad Batch themed list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so just recapping, you have Kit Fisto at 5 and Jyn Erso at 7. Where do you think Chewbacca fits in?
2?
2? Ooh.
Maybe 3?
2 or 3. I need a definitive answer. We can't be flip-floppy here.
Holy moly, you don't get a second to think on this show. Let's do 3 just in case. I should have went with my gut, but I'm putting him at 3.
Okay. So just reiterate, Chewbacca at 3, Kit Fisto at 5, Jyn Erso at 7. I'm sensing a pattern here. So, again, let's... Savage Opress.
6. I like him, but he doesn't really butter my biscuit. I'm more of a heroes guy in general.
Shocking.
I mean, maybe if you've not listened to us, you don't know that.
Okay. So 4 down, 6 to go.
I feel like I'm taking like the SATs. Okay. Yeah.
You should. I'm judging you based on your answers, by the way.
I know. You always are judging me.
I'm going to go Max Rebo.
8.
8.
Again, kind of similar to what I'm saying about Kit Fisto. Like, there are room for characters below him. But given all these characters on the list, I think he definitely falls below what I have there.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Now what? As for what's coming, I don't know.
If you heard us before, you know that I look at a Rise of Skywalker poster behind Joey. It's over his right shoulder. And there is a character that I look at every day. And that character is Janna. So just to remind you where you're at, you have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all used. So you have 1, 2, 4, 9, and 10 left.
I don't want to use her at 4. I think I'm going to have to put her at 9, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm going to regret that one. I know for a fact.
I don't know if you will or not.
Okay.
Bo-Katan.
That's a solid 4 character.
Solid 4 character.
I love Bo-Katan. I know if you've listened to us at all, you might have heard Dan and I make comments of the fact that there's a Bo-Katan helmet in the room we're recording in. I thought Bo-Katan was going to be a hero the whole time in The Mandalorian. Dan thought she was the villain.
They intentionally set it up to make you think she was the villain.
Oh, my God.
The first words she mutters in that season are, let's go end this once and for all as she's putting on her armor.
And then she goes and rescues.
Don't speak, because you know darn well what they were implying that she was going to go do.
But okay, you're right. But then after the first week, every week he was like, she's going to turn in this week. I'm telling you. If it came out on Tuesday nights?
Yeah.
You were like, on Tuesdays during the day at work, you were like, it's time. This is the week. She's turning this week.
They set it up that way. Whatever. Nobody needs to hear that.
Normally, you gloat about being right.
I do.
Let me gloat about being right. Tech Watch. Anyway.
I'm still watching. Still waiting.
Me too.
Okay. So, just to reiterate where we're at, we have Chewbacca at 3, Bo-Katan at 4, Kit Fisto at 5, Savage Opress at 6, Jyn Erso at 7, Max Rebo at 8, Jana at 9.
So I don't know who you're going to throw at me, but I'm pretty happy with this so far.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt.
10.
Cool.
I think you put him at 10 at some point. I have in my notebook, I have our previous ones.
This is shaping up to be very juicy finish. So you have 1 and 2 left.
You did Jabba the Hutt as 10 last time. That's exciting.
I picked him as 10 or you picked him as 10?
I put him on the list to read to you. You put him at 10.
Oh, nice.
It's fun.
So this is going to come down to a very spicy finish. You have 1 and 2 left.
I do.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sabine Wren.
She is a top tier character for me. I'm going to put her at 1 because I won't be mad if she's 1. But if we put, let's say you throw a character I'm not as fond of and that character became number 1, even if I like number 2, who will be number 2 better, I have to go with Sabine at 1.
Fair enough.
I'm going to vault over that.
Do you want to take a guess?
You're going to put Rey.
No, I already used Rey. I don't reuse.
Okay. I was going to vault over the table if you put Rey.
No.
Go ahead.
Do you want to take a guess?
I don't want to guess.
Master Soul.
No, this is good.
I know. I think I was very fair to you this time.
Yeah. Master Soul at number 2. I love Master Soul.
I know.
If you listen to our coverage of the Acolyte, or anytime we have the Acolyte mentioned since, Master Soul was fantastic character. I loved him so much.
Yeah.
But I really like.
So just gonna Joey's final blind ranking. I'll go 10 to 1. 10 is Jabba the Hutt. 9 is Jana. 8 is Max Rebo. 7 is Jyn Erso. 6 is Savage Opress. 5 is Kit Fisto. 4 is Bo-Katan. 3 is Chewbacca. 2 is Master Soul. And 1 is Sabine Wren. I really feel like you don't need to change that list at all.
A little.
Oh.
The top is the same.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking to the mic there. I'm writing down the fix. Okay. So Dan just reminded you of where the list was. I'm going to update you. The last few times, last 2 episodes, we've had to do some major restructuring.
Yeah.
This is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like my placement was pretty on point. And I think, it could obviously, depending on how you choose the characters, it can go a little awry. But I was happy with this. So number 10, I still have Jabba.
Yep.
Number 9, I have Max Rebo.
Fair enough.
8, Jyn Erso. 7, Jana. 6, Savage Opress. 5, Kit Fisto. 4, Bo-Katan. 3, Chewbacca. 2, Master Soul. And number 1, Sabine Wren.
You really only changed 2 people.
I did.
3 people.
I told you, the top was good.
Yeah.
The top was really good. I mean, the fact that I didn't have to change 1 through 6, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See, I was very fair.
You were.
I felt bad about last time.
That's okay. It's okay. I think this was good, though. And I think this had potential to be a disaster. But it all worked out.
Yeah.
This brings me to my list that I prepared for Dan.
I feel scared. Have you ever seen the videos of the old Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman commercials?
Yes.
I feel like that's this.
A little bit. It kind of feels like you're sitting in a dunk tank.
It is. And the context for those commercials is Hugh Jackman really goes. So the premise was they're going to make a commercial for each other's product. And Hugh Jackman thought it was a joke. So they go to present them, and Ryan Reynolds makes this beautiful commercial for Hugh Jackman's product. Very wonderful, very nice. And Hugh Jackman's like, uh-oh. Because he intentionally did a very bad one. And I feel like I'm Ryan Reynolds in this situation. I feel like you're sitting over there like, uh-oh.
No, this is good. This is going to be fair, I think. All right. So last time, Dan gave me a themed round. I have also prepared a themed round.
Uh-oh.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
The first character of this themed round of blind ranking is Saw Gerrera.
I'm going to do something just to piss you off.
You better not put him anywhere other than... I'm just kidding. You put him where your heart thinks he deserves to
10.
go.
10.
Okay, that's where he belongs. He belongs actually off the list, but it's okay.
I mean, the character himself isn't horrible, but everything he touches turns terrible.
I dislike the character in every single appearance outside of the Clone Wars, and this man is literally in everything. I'm surprised he's not... He died. I'm surprised he's not in The Mandalorian.
I was going to say, I'm surprised Rogue One is not your favorite movie.
Yeah, but number 2 on this list for me to read to you is Bail Organa.
Oh, he's a solid 4.
I think
he's a solid 4.
He is. And I think he's a great example of a Star Wars character that makes high impact with little screen time.
Yeah.
Great character.
He's unproblematic for most people.
I'd say. Palpatine probably hates him, but I'm going to tip my hand at the theme here fully. I think you might have guessed it already. And that is K2SO.
Oh. I'm going to put him at 3. I like K2SO. He's fun.
He is fun. And we've talked back and forth about how Andor is not my favorite show, but I'm very excited for season 2 because it will integrate it a little more into the stuff that we know and love.
Yes.
And for more K2SO.
And we know where it's going to go.
It's true.
Which I feel like adds a little sense of structure to it.
Yes, and my distaste for Andor, and I did like it. I thought it was really good, but I just am a Force Jedi person.
You are one with the Force.
Stay tuned for that. The next character on the list is Baze Malbus.
Put him at 9.
Okay. Fair. Not a very high impact character, I feel like.
No.
If you are not familiar with these names, the Rogue One, the round theme is Rogue One. Baze Malbus is the guy that wore like the tan suit, had the long hair, had the big red gun. Just because that's not as popular of a character. He is kind of just there. Number 5. Let's recap here before we get to number 5. At number 3, Dan has K2SO, 4, Bail Organa, 9, Baze Malbus, and 10, Saw Gerrera. Bringing us to the next character of Bodhi Rook. You know what's coming. You just don't know what order is coming now.
I do. I'm trying to think of who's left because now this isn't fair. Now that you tipped your hand, I'm like, who could potentially come and screw up my list? I'm going where the gut told me 6.
Okay. I think he's a very good character that adds a lot of heart to the movie. I don't think that's an unfair place to put him.
No.
One of my favorite characters coming up next, Mon Mothma.
Ooh. 5.
I think her and Kit Fisto do have that.
I think
that great character, but
there's other characters, not to steal your line, that can definitely go above her and can definitely go below her.
Yes. And her, I think her, in this movie she doesn't do too much.
No.
Andor is where she really got her time to shine.
Yeah, and she will be continuing to get her time to shine. Maybe you'll have to actually watch it this time.
I watched it. I watched the whole show.
Yeah, like 4 months later.
I probably watched it in October, and it came out in September.
Basically a lifetime.
Wow. He's not wrong. I should have watched it as it was releasing. But bringing us to our number 7, Chirrut Imwe. This is the blind dude. I'm one with the Force of Horses with me from Rogue One.
This is my first regret.
Oh.
It's going to go at 7.
I see. See, I love this character. He's my favorite part of Rogue One.
I do too. He should be going higher, but I can't. There's other people I like more. We
can rectify this for certain. Just to recap, Dan at number 3 has K2SO, 4 Bail Organa, 5 Mon Mothma, 6 Bodhi Rook, 7 Chirrut Imwe, 9 Baze Malbus, and 10 Saw Gerrera, leaving his 1, 2, and 8 spots available. The next character that I'm going to read off to Dan is Jyn Erso, someone who he put on my list, which is crazy.
I'll put her at 2.
2? Okay. So I don't think that either of the next 2 characters should surprise you that they're on this list. I'm going to throw that out there.
I think I know who they are. But
you probably do. Number 9, the next character, the 9th character I'm revealing to you is Cassian Andor.
1.
That was very instinctive. That leaves one spot. That's his number 8 spot left for Orson Krennic.
Yeah.
Is that who you thought was coming?
Yeah. Darn.
What do you think about Krennic?
I love Krennic.
Me too. I'm excited he's coming back.
He's such a pretentious person. He fits the Empire so well.
He really does.
Have you seen? I think it was in one of the Thrawn books where they talk about Krennic and pretty much are like, because you know how they're the only ones with the capes, and it's pretty much like he just chose to do that.
I always love. If you've listened to us for a while, you know I'm a big fan of the Force Center podcast, and they always say he's a middle management Imperial, like a district manager.
I think he's a little bit. He might be regional manager.
He's not Michael Scott.
No,
maybe he's
might be Jan.
Jan. That's a weird parallel. So I'm going to read you Dan's list while he prepares his revisions, I imagine. Dan currently has Cassian Andor at number 1, Jyn Erso at number 2, K2SO at number 3, 4 for Bail Organa, 5 Mon Mothma, 6 Bodhi Rook, 7 Chirrut Imwe, 8 Orson Krennic, 9 Baze Malbus, and 10 Saw Gerrera. I think much like my list, this is pretty solid. I think some things could probably be shifted, but...
And they will be.
Not too bad. Dan's still working. I will continue to fill the airwave. Never mind.
No, I'm good. So, not a ton. My top 3 are the same, but they're all kind of at the same level.
I think that's fair.
First big change, Krennic moves up to 4.
Yeah, I like that.
He's a great character. He's a very good villain.
He is. For the movie especially, too.
Just scary enough where it's like, this guy kind of means business.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to see him actually do villainous things and not skulk around and yell and destroy panels with his janky lightsaber.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always got to come in. Everything's got to come in an expense to something I love, huh?
Now, I love Kylo Ren. That's why I'm doing it.
I know you do.
But,
if it wasn't in jest, we wouldn't be podcast partners.
Yes. So Krennic would move to 4. Inway would move to 5.
Yeah.
Organa and Mothma stay paired in the same order at 6 and 7.
Fair.
Bodhi Rooks goes to 8. Malbus stays at 9, and Saw Gerrera at 10.
I think that's a very fair list.
I love Forrest Whitaker. He's not playing into the role of Saw Gerrera at 10. He's a great actor. I love his rendition. I hate the character.
That's very nice. Very eloquent way of describing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm not going to get on my Saw Gerrera soapbox, so I'll just...
He's just responsible for so many deaths of main characters because he was impulsive.
Yes, and I hate it, and I'm sure he's going to be in Andor again. So get ready. Andor Season 2, we got more Saw.
Maybe you'll like him.
If I will buy a Saw Gerrera action figure if I like him in Season 2.
They already make a Saw Gerrera.
I know, but I don't have it. I don't want it.
It's nothing. It's Saw Gerrera.
They have one. Or
well,
maybe I'll get the Lego
my
figure.
rendition of it.
I know. Parentheses Dan's version.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
2-hour version if you let me go off unfiltered.
Oh my God. What do you think of our list today?
I think they were good. I think we both pulled punches.
Yeah, I think last time we were both a little aggressive.
I was very jaded after the first one.
Dan didn't like that I gave him some minor characters. He said, and I quote about Boss Nass, "I just don't care about him."
Okay. I threw heavy hitters at you, and you're like, Boss Nass. A great character, just not...
You should go listen to that episode and tell Dan. Please leave us comments telling us how much you love Boss Nass, Meeber Gascon, and other characters that Dan shaded that day.
Oh, I'll shade Meeber.
Yeah. I'll get behind that one.
Throwing out Joey, the heavy hitters.
Well,
then I got my revenge on the second one.
And yeah. Then next time, maybe we'll intentionally make it a little spicy for next time.
Yeah, I feel like it was very mild.
It was. Well, hopefully it was just so entertaining for you. Be sure to give us your thoughts on these lists. Is there something that you would have changed? Do you think we're absolutely crazy? Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not for, the usual reasons here, but we really appreciate you for listening. Please consider giving us a review or a subscription on YouTube or the podcast platform of your choice. Consider giving us a follow on Twitter, X at Blue Shadow Pod, or on Instagram at Blue Shadow Podcast. With that, we thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.